Are you always wondering why you work so hard but have a less prosperous life? A lot of work and little money. Maybe you're making mistakes described in the Bible, the book of life. So, pay attention to this video if you truly want to change your life and turn the tide. Regardless of your belief, biblical teachings can be extremely fundamental for your life as a whole, including your financial life. Want to attract more wealth into your life? Then comment like this: I am a blessed person. Just comment this: I am a blessed person, because positive affirmations are essential, as sacred scriptures affirm. Words and faith are very powerful, so if you have already commented, let's continue. Today, we will see 3 mistakes that make you poorer according to biblical teachings. 3 financial mistakes based on the Holy Bible will be highlighted here. I will address financial failures that are leading people to poverty, resulting from misconceptions of sacred scriptures. I'll tell you up front, you might be making at least one of these mistakes. Most worrying is that each of them can compromise your spiritual, professional, and financial life. Therefore, it's crucial for us to understand what the Bible teaches about our finances. After all, such understanding will free you from many financial problems, organize your financial life, and enable the adoption of good financial habits that will lead you to a much more prosperous life. So, if you want to minimize the financial mistakes that a large part of the population makes, get out of the red, or improve your financial health, stay with me and get to know the 3 major financial misconceptions based on flawed interpretations of the Holy Bible. Remember, if you've come this far, that's a good sign. A sign that you're determined to change your life, a sign that you're ahead of 99% of the people who, by now, have already left the video. Stay until the end. Sometimes a video can be the turning point that will change the course of your life for the better. First misconception based on the Bible: considering work as a punishment. Many people think that work was a punishment from God for Adam's sin. This thought is based on the text of Genesis chapter 3 verse 17, which states that after the fall, Adam had to toil with the sweat of his brow to earn his living. However, the account in Genesis makes it clear that Adam was already working before sinning. Furthermore, he was working by God's order, Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. God the Father works just as Jesus does. My Father is always at his work to this very day, and I too am working. John 5:17. Now think with me, how could Jesus accomplish something that would be a punishment for sin, since he never sinned? Don't delude yourself by saying or thinking that work is a divine penalty. Those who think like this tend not to be good professionals. Those who believe this won't seek courses in their field, won't strive to get a good curriculum, won't participate in lectures, professional events, and won't progress in their career. Consequently, someone who sees work as a punishment will possibly have a low income, face financial problems, and all their consequences: stress, anxiety, conflicts, etc. You don't want that, neither for yourself nor for those you love. Obviously, God doesn't want that for you either. He doesn't want you to see work as a punishment, because work is not a punishment. Work was a divine order that preceded man's first sin. And here, it's worth mentioning a truth that not everyone likes to hear. It was God who instituted work. If he instituted it, he wants you to take pleasure in your work, just as the Bible states, whoever plows should plow in hope, and whoever threshes should do so in hope of sharing in the harvest. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 10. Yes, this verse is in a broader context, in the context of the kingdom, but it addresses work. Therefore, trust in work, work with hope, with faith, for without faith it is impossible to achieve something of value. Moreover, work as if it were for God himself, as the book of Colossians recommends. Colossians chapter 3 verse 17. Second misconception: believing that money is evil. If you became rich, it's because you engaged in illicit actions. The rich won't inherit heaven. Money is the root of all evil. Before anything else, you may already imagine that I will say that these thoughts are mistaken. Yes, they are mistaken, but before explaining why these ideas are wrong, it's worth mentioning that if you hold such thoughts, you will never be prosperous. Think about it. If you believe that those who become wealthy do so because they steal, and you receive a considerable amount, whether through a promotion at work, an inheritance, or a sale of some property, you'll feel compelled to squander that money on extravagances. After all, your subconscious cries out, those who become rich are dishonest, and as a good Christian, you don't want to be dishonest. It may seem exaggerated, but such thoughts are responsible for the financial failure of many Christians. More specifically, thoughts like these may be undermining your financial potential. For example, if you believe that the rich won't inherit heaven, do you really think you'll have the motivation to get an undergraduate degree, a postgraduate degree, a master's, a PhD, and vocational courses to become a better professional and consequently earn more? Of course not. Thinking that the rich won't inherit heaven and that money is the root of all evil is a misconception. Furthermore, such thoughts are based on mistaken interpretations of the Holy Bible. In 1 Timothy, we find one of the verses that is misinterpreted. It says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs." 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Observe the verse. It doesn't say that money is the root of all evil, no. It says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Observe the obvious. Money itself neither does good nor harm to anyone. A $100 bill cannot rob or kill anyone. Money is an inanimate object. It cannot cause harm or good by itself, that's a fact. However, there is another fact. Money can be used for both evil and good. You can use money to bribe a policeman, but you can also use it to help someone in need. Therefore, being good or bad is not in money, but in what we do with it. So I ask you, what have you been doing with the money that God has placed in your hands? Third, financial misconception, based on a mistaken interpretation of the Holy Bible, believing that money isn't that important. Unfortunately, you've probably uttered or heard expressions like, "I don't worry about money. Money isn't crucial. Money is synonymous with worry." The truth is that thoughts like these contradict God's financial plan for you, as revealed in the scriptures. God considers money very important, which is why the Bible is filled with financial teachings. For example, out of the 613 laws described in the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, over 100 address money-related topics. Jesus discussed money in parables and teachings. About 80 times, almost half of the Master's parables are related to financial matters. Approximately 20% of the Sermon on the Mount, considered by many as Christ's most important sermon, mentions financial issues. Believing that money isn't crucial is deceiving yourself. More than just deceiving yourself, it condemns your financial life to failure. Think with me. If you told your spouse that they weren't crucial to you, would they stay by your side? If you told a friend that they weren't crucial to you, would they stick around? If you declared to your employer or employee that they weren't crucial, would they stay with you? Would you have a car if it wasn't crucial to you? Would you have a pet if it wasn't crucial? The answer is no, of course not. If you assert that your spouse isn't crucial, they will distance themselves or leave, seeking someone who considers them crucial. Here, remember some people who claim that money isn't crucial. Maybe that friend of yours, co-worker or relative, reflects on the financial life of that person. Do they have a good financial life, or do they live with financial difficulties, with financial deprivation? When I analyzed people I knew who believed that money wasn't crucial, I realized that all of them had a completely unbalanced financial life. They were full of debts and financial problems. Robert Kiyosaki, author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, once said, "Money isn't the most important thing in the world, but it affects all the things that are important." It's necessary to recognize the proper importance of money so that it isn't more or less than what it really is. Money is crucial, very crucial. This doesn't mean it's the most important thing in the world, but rather that it's extremely crucial and cannot be ignored. Therefore, don't ignore money in your life. Don't overlook that you'll have to budget, plan, save, invest, purchase wisely, donate, contribute. You'll have to sustain yourself, sustain your family, pay the bills, feed yourself, drink, pay taxes. And as you already know, all this requires money, so you need to receive money, hence you need to work, generate active and passive income. There's no escaping it. Money is crucial and you cannot ignore it. Let's review what we've learned in this video. First, work isn't a punishment. Don't see work as divine punishment. It was already happening before sin, and God instituted work as an order, not as punishment. Approach work with hope and do it as if you were serving God. Second, money isn't evil. Don't believe that becoming wealthy is dishonest. Negative thoughts about money can harm your financial success. Money itself isn't evil. It's how you use it that makes a difference. The love of money is the issue, not money itself. Third, money is crucial. Recognize the importance of money. Thinking that money isn't crucial goes against God's financial plan. According to the Bible, over 100 biblical laws address financial topics, showing that God considers money important. Ignoring this can lead to financial problems. Such misconceptions aren't just mistaken ideas or wrong thoughts. They lead people to make financial decisions that will lead them to poverty and misery. Therefore, evaluate and re-evaluate each of these misconceptions. Identify which mistaken thoughts you possess and take steps to change, to pave the way for prosperity. Now that we've talked about things that can keep you in poverty, let's briefly discuss 3 habits that enrich according to the Holy Bible. The Bible presents principles that can be used in financial management and the enrichment process. Here are 3 habits that can be considered relevant for financial prosperity in light of the scriptures. First habit, wise resource management. Reference verse Luke 16 verse 10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. Teaching. The Bible emphasizes the importance of faithfulness in managing financial resources. Cultivating habits of responsibility and diligence in managing money, even in small things, is seen as a solid foundation. Second habit, dedicated and honest work. Reference verse Proverbs 14 verse 23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Teaching. The Bible encourages hard and honest work as a means to prosper financially. Dedication to work and striving for excellence are values that can lead to long-term success. Third habit, financial planning and prudence. Reference verse Proverbs 21 verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Teaching. The Bible highlights the importance of planning and prudence in financial decisions. Developing a budget, saving, and investing wisely are habits that can lead to a more prosperous financial life. I know that just 3 principles are very few, don't you think? That's why we've already prepared a more comprehensive video containing the 8 main habits that enrich according to the Bible. This video is appearing on your screen. Click on it and watch.